after beating the United Party for national independence. Now it is up to reactions, counter reactions. How does the country move forward from this moment on? Clearly, what has been demonstrated has been the active participation.
And be glad in it, nditu. Tizapembeza, tizatamanda, tizamutokoza. Because he alone deserves all the glory and all the praise. Today is extra special because we celebrate greatness. We celebrate the Queen of Hearts, a woman of God.
Give them the thanks and gratitude that they deserve, because they really take on the 12th when we got out television sets, we went to our queues. It was clear that we fought this
time for the European to be here when this was like the 6th general elections. How do you think the ECZ have learned the process to get to this time, especially this particular election 2021? How would you rate the health of Zambia?
Well, first of all, the entire apparatus of what anybody needed to run a successful election, or through use in the last parliament live, which were occasioned, unnecessary by-elections occasioned by PF, basically patronizing candidates who became either MPs or councillors, and every so often we spent our 5 years doing by-elections. Unfortunately, we even lost some lives during those by-elections. And so we've had constant interaction with the Electoral Commission of Zambia, and in those interactions we continue to remind one another about the need to run a credible process. And until when we arrived at this place, I must say we commend the ECZ for having moved this process to this level. However, because an election is not an event, it is a process, we saw some dislocation which may have amounted to our feeling of being discriminated, because, you know, the ECZ, working together with the police, working together with the Ministry of Health, they did pass some guidelines on how the mode of campaign. This was the longest campaign, and yet the most docile campaign, at least for some of us, because we interface with public projects, and then it culminated into face masks, as you all must understand. Did interact with the public, and they gathered large crowds unabated. But for us, we were told in the initial stages, according to the COVID guidelines, only 50. And so it had to take the would-be president-elect in the next few minutes to defy the regulations. And he took a trip into Chipata, and he had difficulties eating tear gas in Chipata, in Mambwe, in Kapirimposhi, in Serenge, in Nakonde, in Kasama, tear gas to stop him.
In the past, where the cadres from the Patriotic Front, we did see it in the MMD regime, where cadres would run the bus stations and markets, and we know that the UPND has been talking about being strong on that. What is the way forward in those aspects, as now the party has formed government?
We are going to form government in a few hours' time, and on Thursday, when the inauguration does happen, we'll firmly be there. I need you to know that we are not going back on our words, because the bus stations, the markets are operating under an act of parliament, namely the Markets and Bus Station Act. What has been going on in this current dispensation has been an illegality. It has been a clear illegality, where the council, which is supposed to provide services to the people, has been denied of the much needed revenue for them to provide these services to the people. And instead, the political cadres of PF chose to take over these facilities and started leaving people money